Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this SprutCAM training course. Today, the topic will be something called the multiply group. I'm using the same part that you've seen already in some of the previous videos. This concept, it is transversal to a lot of operations, and this part, it's more than good to show you what is the purpose of this concept. So the idea it is to create one or more operation and then be able to copy those operations or group of operations x times in certain patterns. So the idea it is to machine parts, pieces, whatever you call them, with repeating patterns. So we can calculate the toolpath in one pattern by a combination of operations and then repeat this machining operation or sequence a necessary amount of times in several different possible patterns. So to show you this, let us calculate one very simple type of toolpath, a simple finishing plan. So I will not worry about the parameters. I will simply say calculate this, and as you can see, very easy, very clean. And now if I go inside the toolpath, I have something called feeds and speeds, trimming, transformation. So inside transformation, I can change this on this area called multiply scheme. So none, I can create these patterns in different shapes. So a two-dimensional array, a round array, a level, so we can increase this in terms of z-levels. I can use axis symmetry or a point symmetry. Let us use the two-dimensional array, which in the end is the same concept to use on the other schemes, but I think it's enough for your understanding. So I must give the parameters to create this array. I will say the step in both axes, x and y, as being 100. I can create this through an angle or not. I will not do it now. And I can say in terms of columns and rows, create this amount of columns and rows. So simply OK. And now I will calculate again in B. If we want, I would not need to calculate it when we start the video, because the purpose was to show you what was the toolpath. I could insert the operation and then at the same time create this scheme for the array, but okay, this is also to show you what it is possible to do. And I can create exactly what we are seeing here. So I have the original part. I have 4 rows by 4 columns with the exactly same shape, and I don't need to have this geometry, all these events. So simply once. So if you have a machine, you have a group of repeating parts, you can easily say multiply this. You in your machine you will have blocks of materials with this spacing between them, and you can with one simple operation to have all of this repetition. I think it's a very cool functionality, very useful when we are doing this type of work. So I hope the example it is clear. If you have any problems or you have any questions to send us, you know already the contacts, so we can give you all the necessary explanations or support that you may need.